JJ. Dynamite. Hi, guys.
Hey, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome to Plastic Empire. I'm Ronnie Cade. Joining me today is David and LPH. And we are in their absolutely amazing private toy museum. Mm-hmm. And they're going to give us a tour of all of this amazing stuff. I can't stop looking around. I think I need a tissue because I keep drooling. This is absolutely amazing. Without further ado, enjoy the video. Crazy bebop here.
You got it. And I keep my...
And we'll just keep following the wall.
Yeah, you're into Trinessa's side now.
Oh.
LPH here.
I'm like, dude, I'm not doing that. There was no year. I just put it up. It's hair. I love it.
Real monsters.
Oh, so
I used to love this show as a kid.
yeah, the All Real Monsters. I used to watch this in the 90s. I loved that show. And
So good.
it was. I thought it was hilarious. So David bought me the figures, and this is the whole set here. The ones up here is Wing Commander. This is actually from the movie. When I got it, I thought I was getting Wing Commander Academy, which is the cartoon that I watched.
Yep.
The cartoon is really good. And then when these came in and I saw these cars with human faces, I'm like, hey, that's not the cartoon. So I looked it up, and it's actually from the movie, the live action movie. So that's how I got that. That's how I got that. But it came out during the same time. This came out, I think, in 99, and the cartoon came out in like 97, 98. So I'm like, okay, it's vintage, basically the same. So I kept that. And they're really cheap.
They're cool looking too.
Mm-hmm. And I got, the person had it in a lot, all one.
Oh, so you got one shot.
Yeah.
The whole wave.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I barely paid anything for it. So I mean, like, hey, okay, that's a good deal.
Yeah.
So that's this, and then we move over here to my Masters of the Universe. That starts this, and I have all of my vehicles and animals on this wall. So you just move down and you can see the different ones. It's kind of organized by like good guy, bad guy, that kind of thing a little bit.
That's how I do it too.
Yeah. But I love the artwork on it. So like
They did such a crazy job.
Yeah.
The bright colors and the graphics.
Exactly. And like on the Fright Zone, that is just, I mean, the box is huge. And I told myself at the beginning, I wasn't going to get play sets because the box is too big.
Yep.
But then you see the artwork on it.
And you fall in love. Yeah.
Yeah. So then I ended up getting it.
Like that, the artwork on Masters is just, it's something else.
Mm-hmm. They put a lot of time into it.
Yep.
And I mean, they recreated it, and you'll see some of the recreation, but it doesn't look the same.
No.
And these are my frame tray puzzles. This one actually fell out last night. But these are my frame tray. This is the back of one of these because it was a duplicate, but the back was really nice.
Yeah, that artwork is something else.
And I also collect TV trays. So I'll try to get a TV tray for each line if they have it.
Yeah.
And a record if I can find it. So I try to get as many things from that line as I can to, add something to it. Add some depth and something, So that's what we got there. And then those are just all of the carded figures. All of your good guys here on these first two. And then
Move into the bad guys as you go down. Yeah.
right, so you have all of the Skeletors, and then you have the Snake Men at the bottom. And the last couple where you are now, you could get around. Those are customs.
Wonder Bread.
Yeah, the Wonder Bread and the Slime Pit and Anti Eternia. Those are
Joe Slynn made those.
Yeah, out of the UK.
He did a great job.
Those two right there in Spanish, one of our friends from Mexico, he sent me 2 Mexican bootlegs.
Yep.
But they weren't in a card, on a card. So I had somebody make a card and put it in Spanish.
That's wicked.
And that's how we got those.
I gotta keep my eyes open. Or get someone to make me one. That is so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe Slynn on Facebook does those. He's in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to look that up. I love, just how he did the Wonder Bread artwork there. It's kind of
Yeah. And then you're getting into your bad guys. That's all of Skeletor's minions right there. That line.
wow.
And we use pegboards for this. Just something a little different. Everything else is on slat walls.
Yep.
This one we use pegboards because the house we had before, we used pegboards because we didn't have that much space, so we had the things in a bedroom, and that's what we used. So we just continued that, and then we found, hey, slat walls is the way to go. So we switched. Now, all the ones on the bottom here, those are Origins figures, except for Grandemir. Those
So
are the
the
2
classics?
different Grandemir. Yeah, and then the Maddie Club. So I have like the whole Maddie Club is not up. I took those down because I wanted more vintage figures up. So I took all of the Maddie Club stuff down. And the Super 7. I got all of the Super 7s also.
Do you have I see Procrustes and Megator. Do you have Titus as well?
No, Titus is you have to win the lottery to get him.
It's
The last time I saw it, somebody at San Diego Comic-Con got it. I want to say he paid like $3,000 for that thing.
holy crap. For the classic? Or the
no,
original?
No, it was the original.
Okay.
The
I was gonna say,
classic-
yeah,
no.
classics are
Did they come out with a classics version?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't see that.
maybe it's a Canadian thing.
I'm not sure. I
My-
bought. I don't know. I didn't. I bought most of my classic figures.
Yep.
From a pawn shop.
Really?
This pawn shop had, I want to say, 50 of them. And
Somebody just traded it in their collection?
Yeah,
Or gave
somebody
in their
brought
collection?
their entire, and some people came and they picked out all of the He-Mans and the Skeletors. So you had all of the other stuff,
Mhm.
and I took them all. And then I just bought like the He-Mans and the Skeletors, the big ones. But yeah, that's how I got a lot of my Maddie Club stuff. Up at the very top here,
Yes.
we got Mattel Flash Gordon. And that's a good cartoon if you never saw it.
One of the best of Saturday morning.
Yeah.
The first season.
And
What the
it
heck?
must be the lighting.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
because that lamp's right there.
Oh, okay. I was like, what happened to my phone?
Right there, you moving into Exo Squad, which is another after. No, what's it?
Yeah, it was after school.
Yeah, it was an after school
90s.
TV.
Yeah.
Cartoon.
Awesome show.
It is very, very good, well written, dialogue, the voice acting, the art, not the artwork. Yeah, the animation,
Animation was
very
decent.
good.
And then look at the play value on those. Playmates, that's one of the best Playmates did in the 90s.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Exo Squad.
Yeah, they have the Robotech series. I didn't get that. They're expensive,
Mm-hmm.
but the Jump Troopers are not expensive. If you get the Jump Trooper line, and they're on a card, so they're carded. But that's basically the whole wave to include those big figures. That's everything right there.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And you got those, what was it, last year or whatever?
Yeah, I actually started the line last year, and I was at Toylanta.
Yeah.
And
I saw
one
that.
guy had almost all of them, and I made a deal with him. He's a vendor that I always talk to, and buy from.
Yep.
And I gave him a price, and he said deal. And I was like, all right.
Okay.
And
Start the car.
I thought, I always give out something to haggle, but he didn't haggle. Wildcats, great cartoon.
Yes.
Read the comics. The comics are pretty good. I started reading the Grifter comics. I didn't finish it because I didn't have the whole thing, and you have to read it in order. So I had to stop and wait until I get the rest of it. But that's the entire wave, to include the 2-packs and that vehicle, that bike. And then you got 2 Jason the Wheel Warriors.
That's a tough line.
That's a tough line. You'll find the Monster Mine and the Lightning League. But the vehicles are ridiculous expensive. So I don't know if that's something I will get. Now we're looking at, where are you? You're on 3-0 Transformers.
Those are cool. And you
Yeah.
got another tray back there, right?
Yeah, for the Transformers. I don't have a Transformers comic, but I have the lunchbox and the lunch tray. And then you have a couple of the Jada Metals
Yeah, these are
vehicles.
so cool.
Mm-hmm.
You got California raisins just sprinkled around it.
California raisins and Smurfs just all over the place
And
because
some Fry Guys.
Yeah, I have a lot of those, and it's really no place to put it, and I wanted to display them, so I just put them everywhere, just like kind of all over the place because they're small enough to not really get in the way.
Yeah, they're not really covering anything up, right?
Right.
Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah. And then that is the Takara uncle, Walter P-38 uncle. And it actually fires. It's all in there. Found it on eBay at a ridiculously low price.
And that's like the original, what is it, Megatron or whatever?
Yes,
Yeah.
Before
Megatron.
they switched it over,
Mhm.
yeah.
1974 Transformers.
So and it's open already, so I'll open it up
What I
for
love
you.
is this stuff in the catalog you've never seen. Like they had a revolver
that's okay.
version.
That's,
So that's what it looks like.
wow.
and
Yeah.
It's die cast.
The whole thing is die cast. You can see the bullets are still on the tree.
That's insane.
Yeah.
There's the cassettes. There's the revolver version. I don't think they ever made that in the States.
And it's such a shame when who made this, Mattel?
Yeah, Hasbro.
When
Yeah.
Hasbro made it, how much they changed.
And look, he actually worked.
Yeah, they changed so much. I mean, they took away the die cast. They took away a lot of the play features, and I'm sure David talked about that with his Japanese stuff.
Oh, the Shoguns.
Yeah.
They stripped it.
They just, it's
It's
like
sad when they, you know what I mean? They just think of cost more
right.
than...
You think of cost and you kind of dumb it down
Yeah.
almost, and it's like, just leave it alone.
Yeah.
Make your own thing.
Yeah.
Instead of ruining someone else's creation just so you can
Yeah, just come up with
make a dollar.
something else.
Yeah, exactly. But we appreciate it.
Of course.
We got it in our collection and we talk about it. Yes, I mixed some of the new with the old there with Transformers. When Walmart came out with their reissue,
Yep.
I got a bunch. I only collect the 4 that you see there.
Oh, the 4 characters?
Prime, Megatron, Soundwave, and Bumblebee. I do kind of want to start getting Starscream.
Starscream is cool.
Yeah. I want to start collecting him.
It's almost... How you were doing it before is kind of a good idea.
What's that?
Like limiting to like 4 characters. 'Cause
Yeah.
then it becomes like a slippery slope after that, right?
Man, I've seen some YouTube channels that collect Transformers, and whoa. I mean, everything can get ridiculous,
Yep.
but whoa. You
It's-
got to kind of reel that in. And this is
It's almost never ending.
I know. This is wave 1 of Captain Planet.
The full wave? Or pretty
Not
close?
the vehicles
No.
in the playset, but the carded figures, yes. And the lunchbox. There wasn't a tray there for that one. This line, I'm done because it's no more room.
It's reached its limit.
Yeah, it really has. It's reached its limit.
And then you have Conan.
Yeah, I like this one. We saw the cartoon, Conan the Adventurer. Really good cartoon.
The action figures are so weird though because they're so big.
Yeah.
And they have pull string.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to have that dude there.
And this is the whole wave.
That's the whole wave.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And they're
This guy's
actually
cool looking.
not that expensive. They are starting to get up there. So if you want to jump on the Conan,
Do it now.
yeah.
Yeah.
You hardly ever see them out and about when you go somewhere. If you do, they're usually loose.
Mhm.
If they're on the card is wrecked. So everything I got from eBay here. And I try to find things at shows or yard sales, stuff like that.
Yep.
Before going to eBay. But sometimes,
You just have to.
yeah,
Yeah.
you just kind of gotta.
I do the same thing. And then you have
On this side, I have Sky Commander, and I got this one by accident because I was trying to remember Wing Commander, and got the wrong.
just
thing.
remembered the wrong name.
Right. So I haven't even watched this cartoon yet. I have it saved to watch, and so far I only got 2 carded figures and 3. But you have more carded figures and more vehicles in a playset.
They're cool looking figures.
Yeah, I can't talk much about it because I haven't even watched the cartoon yet. So, and Beetlejuice from the movie. I never saw the movie. I used to watch the cartoon.
Oh,
Yeah,
those
me too.
are based off the cartoon.
Oh, I thought that was
Yeah.
based off the movie.
Yeah, the action figure line I think is collated to the cartoon show. Oh no,
No, that's
you're
from
right.
the movie.
No, it is from the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's from the 80, what, the
I'm getting
80s,
it mixed up
some
with
odd,
something else.
Late 80s.
late 80s movie.
Yeah.
I only ever watched the cartoon because I grew up on the cartoon.
Yeah, me too.
Then we moving around. These are all a bunch of my lunch boxes. Not all of the lunch boxes, but a bunch. And I just get lunch boxes, different things I've watched. There's always something that I've seen before. I try to get things that I've seen before or, relate to me in some type of way.
And bring back that nostalgia, right?
Yeah.
And around we have
We got
Ooh.
Dukes of Hazzard. I love Dukes of Hazzard. That show is crazy when you watch it. It's dumb, and it's so far fetched, but it's still fun to watch.
I think the fact that it's so far fetched makes it fun to watch, right?
Yeah, because the way they jump that car.
Almost every episode.
Yeah, every episode.
And when it lands, you can see the transmission
Yeah.
flying out of the
Yeah.
vehicle, but then suddenly it's fine.
Fine, just driving
Yeah.
just
perfectly.
keep going. Exactly.
And some more lunch boxes.
And just the story behind the car and how many cars they wrecked. And they have the
So
Dukes,
many.
right? They have the Dukes of Hazzard graveyard with just lines and lines of cars. And they used to go around looking for cars, asking people, "Hey, sell me your car so we can have it for the show."
So we can destroy it.
Exactly. And then the last season, they started using the model kit. Well,
Yeah, that was hilarious because they got them jumping oil rigs and barns, and
And you're just like, what the heck?
how did that happen?
Thundercats there. Got my Thundercats pops up there. Then you move down to Bandai. I do not collect the
LJN.
LJNs. I don't like the sculpt on those figures.
Okay.
So that's the Maddie Club right there. I have all 10 waves of Super 7. They're not up.
Okay.
But I do have wave 1 through 10 of the Super 7 ones. And
These are so Like the detail is just insane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the ones on the bottom there are the Mezco quarter scale.
Yeah, these are nuts.
Yeah, I got those when they first came out.
And these are, yeah, Mezco, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're so nice. So nice.
Yeah, and you're starting to see them at shows now. At first, you never saw the Mezco Thundercats, but now I'm going around and I'm starting to see them a bunch.
Sometimes it just takes time for them to hit the circuits, right?
Yeah. And those are the
Just some vinyls.
yeah, Funko vinyls. And these are the Funko action figures right here. When they came out with the Thundercats one,
Mm-hmm.
they had that Savage World line. Then they had to get rid of it because it looked too much like Masters of the Universe.
Yeah, they got in a little trouble there,
Yeah.
especially when they did the superhero ones and they
Mhm.
came out with the castle and everything.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was just a little too much.
Yeah, I saw that castle at when I was touring Charles's, and I was just like, wait a minute. That looks like something else.
That was the problem.
Yeah.
These are some animation cells David gave me, and we just framed it and put it up from Ninja Turtles. I don't have any of my Ninja Turtles up now, but I have a lot of Ninja Turtles. And but I took them all down. They used to cover this entire wall here. These are
Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing based on the cartoon that was awful. It was a 5-episode cartoon.
It's hard to watch.
It is. It's very hard. They put all of the toys and action figures in one in the first episode. The animation was bad. The voice acting was bad. But if you read the comic,
Story was non-existent.
yeah, the original comic from when the 70s, great, great. Universal Monsters here from what Diamond Select.
Yep.
So I have
Those are cool.
those, and I have the Sideshow 1/6 scale Universal Monsters, which you can get for under $50.
Yeah, they're
Really?
Yeah.
the one of the
I'm gonna have to check that out.
drawbacks for people who are really into the 6 scale stuff
Mm-hmm.
is when the next new thing comes along, they don't care about the old stuff anymore,
Yeah.
and it just bottoms out in value. So yeah, she was able to pick them up really cheap.
Yeah.
They're so cool.
So, okay, you passed the Defenders of the Earth right there based on the cartoon from the, I think, 90s?
Yeah,
I
early
like the
90s.
cartoon. The cartoon was cheesy, but I liked it. This one is Captain Simeon and the Space Monkeys. That came out in the 90s.
If you're into nostalgia, that's the show. Because
Yeah.
they make a ton of like nostalgic references to old sci-fi shows and everything in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check. I haven't seen Flash Gordon before, so I'm gonna have to check that
The
out.
definitive episode from the Defenders of the Earth is the alcohol episode. They did a PSA episode,
Oh, jeez.
and the one, who was it? Mandrake.
Mandrake's
Mandrake's
little
got that
ward.
adopted kid,
Yeah.
and the kid he just walks right past Mandrake to the drink cart and starts mixing something up. This kid's like 10. And
Jesus.
Mandrake's like, "Excuse me, what do you think you're doing?" And he says, "Getting some hair of the dog that bit me." And oh my god!
It was like, really?
Yeah. It was
I think we need to talk. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out.
This is the Shadow from the movie.
Mm-hmm.
They're still fairly cheap, but they're starting to inch up. So if you want to get into 90s,
Do it now.
get into that.
90s is.
I'm
catching
noticing.
on.
Yeah, I'm noticing. Like a couple of years ago, '90s stuff was dirt cheap.
Yeah, they're
Now
starting
it's
to inch up.
yeah. Even Dick Tracy is getting expensive now, and you're just like, that's odd.
Yeah.
That's one of the worst lines Playmates ever did.
Yeah, and yet I love them. It's
Hey, the cheese factor sometimes means a lot.
You're moving into
Twilight.
Twilight Zone from Biff Bang Pow. Also, Sideshow did 1/6 scale Twilight Zone and Outer Limits.
Oh, crazy.
They're fairly cheap except for Mr. Bemis.
Bemis, yeah.
This guy
right here. Mr. Bemis.
Poor Burgess Meredith
Yeah.
in his books.
This is the only one that's over $100. Everything else you can find for maybe $50 or less.
Really?
Mr. Bemis,
Over?
yeah, and you can barely find him. If you find him, you gotta move. I found him and got it cheap because the bubble was detached,
Okay.
and I glued that bubble back.
Yeah, that's what I would do too.
Oh,
I mean, because he never comes up. Did you get the
No,
statues?
but I am going to.
These are some statues. These are my quarter scale Prime One Studio there.
Yeah, what
That's
kind
Heath
that guy?
Ledger.
Oh my goodness, the detail is insane.
Yeah.
And you got another Smurf just kicking it there.
Yeah, Joker, the Jokey Smurf. And
Jokey
then
Smurf.
Joaquin Phoenix. The one where he's standing is Prime One.
Okay,
The one where he's sitting is Queen.
that's insane too.
Yeah.
I can't get over the detail.
It's, man, when you look at it, you're like, wow, how did they do that?
It's almost kind of creepy how detailed it is. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's just
And then
Mhm,
those
that's
are
some turtles.
3-0 Ninja Turtles right there.
based on the movie, correct?
Yes, the 2000 movies.
I think so. Yeah.
Keldor from MFA. He's a what you call that kind of sculpt. He's not like he's like one of those private sculptors. He does his
Okay.
thing.
That's
know?
crazy. And that comes with a Skeletor head as well.
It does.
Yeah.
I got the Keldor head because everybody knows
Yeah, of
Skeletor,
course.
so put something different.
Switch it up.
Exactly.
That's a store display.
Yeah, David bought it.
Oh,
It
cool.
does a whole big parade. We're
they're-
not
they're
gonna do
animatro-
it
Yeah.
because it's like 5 minutes long.
They're animatronic and they sing.
They
Oh.
sing and move and do all kinds of stuff, and it's long.
Maybe we'll do that off camera. I see Aaron like staring at him.
There's Mr. Rogers.
I know. I saw. Like, there's everything in here. It's.
Okay, you ready to go in the hall?
I am ready. I will follow you.
Okay. I guess I don't know if you. Let me close up my
Yep.
window here.
We could. Oh yes, I wanted to check these out too.
Oh, the Bible
Yep.
grapes. They're Mego type bodies.
I love. I'm a
That's-
huge Bible.
This is the best one right here.
David
and
and
Goliath.
Goliath.
Biggest
Yep.
Mego type body you're ever going to see right there.
Yeah.
That's
So that's from
Are these expensive?
okay.
Relatively.
Well, they're not too bad.
No.
Well-
And Jonah and the whale.
So, yeah, Jonah and the Whale. They start
Samson and
getting
Delilah.
okay. Jonah and the Whale.
The 2-packs.
It's easy to
Yeah.
find. You
Okay.
can find that. You can get that one cheap. David and Goliath, he starts getting up, but once you get to these 2-packs,
Mhm.
they start getting expensive and they start getting harder to find. I'm missing
this is us right here.
one. Yeah.
Queen
It's
of Sheba.
which one? I'm missing
Oh, Samson and Delilah.
I'm missing one. I can't think of which one it is right now. I can never remember, but I am missing one. And I can never remember which one it is. These are the Bible greats.
Yep.
That's a totally different line than Heroes of the
Yeah,
Kingdom.
those are We Win.
We
right?
Win as Heroes of the Kingdom. And the carded figures are cheap. But once you get to the play sets, they start going up in price. And once you get to the 2-packs, they kind of get up there. But you can find them if you look and, you know, like every day. You can kind of find them cheap sometimes.
You check eBay?
Yeah, you check
Okay.
eBay because you never see them out and about.
I've never seen these before.
No, you don't. And
No.
then these are all my Sesame Street, like Tycho, and
Those are
Yeah,
the,
that's
the
one
carded ones are
Knickerbocker.
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 Knickerbockers on the cards.
right, and then the box ones are like Tycho.
And then, or like the Rubber Ducky, that's the original Knickerbocker Rubber Ducky.
Yeah.
These are actually super cool too. I think everybody remembers Sesame Street, right? It's like a big
Yeah.
part of our childhood.
It's a huge part. We all grew up on that, I think. Some rendition of it.
Mm-hmm.
The classic Sesame.
Yeah.
We prefer the classic pre-Elmo era.
Yeah, we grew up before Elmo came about. 89 Batman here
Okay.
at the top, and then the VHS. So you have all your 89 Batman here, then you move down to the animated series.
I love the animated series.
Yeah, that's, I think, by far the best animated cartoon there is. And it's always on the list of best TV shows.
Yep.
And it is the animation, dialogue, everything.
Storylines so well written.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very well written.
Oh,
What's that?
you picked these guys up at Toylanta last year, I think.
Yeah, it was a
If I remember the video, yeah.
Mm-hmm. A couple of them I did. And I have some Mondo animated series I picked up. They're not up, but I have them. Those I would take out of the box because they're 1/6 scale figures.
Mhm.
So they would come out of the box. And then those are the superpowers. I just have those. On the wall, this is around the door. I know I got stuff everywhere. That's all of my Masters of the Universe 200X. Not all of them, but some. Because I have a lot of the a lot more figures and vehicles to go with that.
And these things get a lot of hate, but I actually like them. They're
That's
pretty
a
cool.
really good cartoon.
Yeah.
If you
The
watch it.
cartoon explains a lot that
It-
Filmation couldn't, because Filmation was geared towards a younger audience.
Mhm.
Yeah, they explain a lot of backstory of the characters, a lot of just what was going on. So you get a better understanding of who these people are and why they're the way they are. And then this
Yeah.
is my side. All of my girl figures are out here. So we got Strawberry Shortcake.
This is my wife's favorite part.
Yeah, all of my Strawberry Shortcake stuff. And I got the crib. We're at Retro Toy Fair.
Oh,
Or the Toy Swap.
Toy,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
too bad
Retro
they
Toy
weren't
Swap.
doing it while you were here. That's the
yeah. I
Yeah,
would
that's-
have loved to be.
that's
one of the
next
best-
weekend.
One of
Next
the best,
weekend?
Next week.
What are the chances? Can we stay a week? Please?
Then,
We're actually thinking about moving here now.
Yeah, I
It's so nice.
tease
up
it
here.
all the time, but it's one of the best hidden gems in
This is
Georgia.
crazy.
Yeah, the house. David bought me the house for what? Christmas? Birthday?
Wow.
You don't even know.
I can't even remember. I was
can't
just
keep track
shocked to
anymore.
have it because I just
It's
never.
a grail, right?
That's a tough
Yeah.
piece.
Yeah, it's a
Yep.
tough piece. Plus the size, I never even thought about getting it
And it's
because
heavy too. That
yeah, that thing
plastic's
weighs
like
it
a quarter-inch
weighs.
thick.
And then this is Rainbow Bright. David started me off with a vintage figure. I wasn't going to get the vintage stuff because the Rainbow Brights are very expensive. So he started off with one. So then I had to get two. But
And then it snowballed.
right. These are Hallmark.
Okay.
2003.
Yeah, 2003 Hallmark. I like the size and the big window box
Mhm.
of that. This is the new ones. Who's making this?
Loyal Subjects.
Loyal Subjects.
Oh, wow. These
Yeah.
are loyal subjects.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Careful though. The one thing, the cardboard
it's super thin.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
flimsy
It's
the way
like,
they packaged it, but they look good.
It's like cereal boxes. But the original,
Yeah.
yeah, some hard. This is the Taco Bell. I put
Oh.
this part on it because they came loose.
Okay.
This is the Taco Bell 1983 prize. So I have 4 of them, and I put them in Ziploc bags and put like a label on it.
Yeah, they're like
Oh,
Yeah.
see they
the squeak. That's awesome.
it's 5 because it's the
Yeah,
yellow
yeah.
one down here.
There's another one.
And this one is also Loyal Subjects. And this is the other Hallmark.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. And we found this loose one at an estate sale.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Probably super cheap.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it was what, like 50 cents.
There's actually a garage sale down the street from you guys.
Oh,
I was
really?
thinking about popping in, but I was like, nope, we're short on time.
Yeah, I'm sure they got plenty of baby clothes for you.
Yeah.
That's
all they sell.
Stink.
Oh, they're brutal.
Okay, so now we're getting into Raggedy Ann and Andy.
Mhm.
These are all the vintage books. And this is the house. I got it
That's
open.
Knickerbocker. Yeah,
Yeah.
Knickerbocker makes a lot of crazy stuff.
they made some great stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the house is open. Ow. I hurt my back. So.
Oh.
And then we got some cups. Every time we find things, we just kind of add it
Yeah,
in
the
there.
little doll in the swing goes with the house.
Yeah.
So these little beds and all kinds of stuff in there.
In the chairs, and
Oh,
then
that's
you see
awesome.
the camel with the wrinkled knees. All of that go in the house, but I opened the house up and I had that all organized until I
gotta
got more
zoom in on that.
stuff.
Sorry to interrupt you. I
Oh.
love camels. Don't say it.
Then we move over here to
Oh, did
Care Bears.
I don't think I got them. did
Oh,
I?
okay. Yeah.
Oh, just shift over. It's
Mm-hmm.
okay. Oh, these Care Bears are super cool too.
That's Kenner.
Mm-hmm.
Kenner
Oh.
made Care Bear action figures.
That's crazy.
Yeah. A lot of people didn't realize that there were action figures because they're only familiar with the
The
plushies.
teddy- yeah.
But they made action figures back in the 80s for the cartoons. I don't collect the Care Bear cousins,
Mm-hmm.
so it's just those. And I think I'm missing one or two because it's 13, and I'm missing just a few.
And the vehicles.
Yep, got the vehicles.
Those are so cool.
And these big ones right here are
Yep.
from the 2000s. They made play sets. So I got a bunch of the play sets, not all of them. Some of them are cheap, some of them get kind of pricey.
And some more Raggedy Ann and Andy.
Yeah, more Raggedy Ann and Andy, the lunch boxes, because I had something going with all of that.
That's more Knickerbocker, those action figures.
Oh yeah, the Raggedy Ann and Andy Knickerbockers. I had some stuff going with this whole wall that kind of got off the rails. So, and then we got trash cans over there.
Those are great alternatives. The ash cans and the lunch trays.
Yep.
To lunch boxes, if people are into lunch boxes, because the lunch boxes can get insanely expensive sometimes.
Especially if you want the thermos with it. Yeah.
Yeah. The ash cans often have the same artwork.
Yeah,
And-
sometimes nicer.
Really,
And it's bigger, so
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It stands out more.
yeah. Usually they're not too expensive unless it's. There are certain ones that can be, but usually they're not too expensive.
Those are some of my wrestlers. I actually have a lot of wrestling figures.
Just not up?
No, I used to have them displayed and I took them down. I got those two posters up because I really like those posters. I got the Michael Myers free at FYE.
Oh,
At
that's
first,
a nice poster.
yeah, at first I was like, I don't like this, but then you look at it, it's a really nice poster.
It is.
McFarlane drew it, and they were giving it away at FYE. And then the It, I like that version of It. I know a lot of people don't. They like the original, and the original is good, but I like his version. We wanted to start you. You said you wanted to start off with something. I was like,
I
hey, I got those.
Oh my god. Oh, you guys are too much.
Yep.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Black metal. That's all.
there
I
you
love
go.
shiny
I
things.
had
Oh, and Grifter too.
Yeah, I had some duplicates, and I kept saying, what am I going to do with these duplicates? What I'm going to... And I actually told David yesterday I would take it to the lobby swap
Oh.
tonight. And then when you came, you said, I'm going to start my Wildcats.
It's like perfect timing. Eh?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Price tag.
That's
Yeah.
him.
We leave on price.
And then of course, Beer Garden
That's so...
Smurf. Made,
I got my beer smurf.
yeah, made in Germany by Pale. So
Surprisingly,
it fits.
eh?
Yeah.
German-made smurf with beer.
There you go.
That's wicked. Thank you
That
guys so
fits.
much.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate
Thank you
this.
for coming by and filming.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, yeah.
This
Yeah.
amazing collection. I kind of don't want to leave, but I have to because, you know, I don't want to be a stalker. So. I don't like talking to the camera.
Oh
I
yeah.
get very self-conscious. Go figure, considering I have a YouTube channel. Are you recording?
Yes, go.
Great.
You can use that.
Yeah, I think I'll probably